Where is this war going and what does it mean for your family? President Trump keeps going back and forth between demanding unconditional surrender and saying this war will be over soon. I think someone gave him some very bad advice that this war was going to be easy. Iran's position is the opposite. They say they'll determine when the war is over. They're demanding reparations and guarantees they'll never be attacked again. These things aren't likely from the US side. And there's rumors that they're going to keep this war going at least until the US midterm elections. So here's the trap that's forming. Israel has been hit hard and it's burning through their defensive missiles. The Gulf Arab states are getting bombed too. They're also running out of missiles to defend themselves. If Trump decides he wants out and Iran says no, Israel runs out of defenses while drones and missiles keep raining down. And Israel has enough political influence in Washington that it might be the case the US couldn't just walk away even if Trump wanted to. So what are his actual options? A full ground invasion, hundreds of thousands of troops, massively unpopular, enormously costly, or a full withdrawal from the Middle East, which would be the greatest strategic defeat in American history. Washington would never allow that. There's no clean exit here. And meanwhile, the Strait of Hormuz stays closed. Energy prices spike, food prices follow, everything follows. The entire bet on an AI-driven economic growth miracle which needs cheap energy falls apart. And Gulf state investors who promise billions into US companies, some of them are already backing out. Could this become World War III? Well, in some ways it already is. China and Russia don't need to send troops for this to be a big deal. The world can change dramatically from the pieces that are already in place if they just continue to play out as they currently are. The worst case scenario isn't even troops on the ground. It's simpler and more devastating. The US and Israel take out Iran's oil export infrastructure. Iran then retaliates by taking out Gulf Arab oil infrastructure. And suddenly the people who thought the world would be better off without fossil fuels get to find out what that actually looks like in real life. There's always light on the other side of the tunnel, but you'd be talking about serious darkness getting there. Honestly, I can't think of a better moment for God's people to shine. This is exactly the kind of darkness his light was made for. Remember, God has a plan and he's in control. Look, I don't know how this is all going to unfold, but I do feel some urgency in the spirit and practically we need to be ready. Make sure your family is prepared for what's coming however it unfolds. We can send you a free stewardship checklist so you can see, is my family ready? Are we doing the right things? Is there something we should be looking at? And also make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's coming next because you're going to want to prepare ahead of time for the things I'm talking about in the next video.